Hello, everybody, and welcome to this new interview here. We are in the Clam. This is one of my favorite parts of the new Guernica, of course. And we like to dive in the story behind the music. And today we have for you, everybody, Isha.
Hello, I'm Isha Anya. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much for being here for accept this invitation.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
For start, I'd like to know how do you or why or how do you start or get into it in the music?
Yeah, well, rewinding it back to a few years ago. So, bit of a random story, but basically when I was working in the States, I was actually working in technology and I hated it. And I was like, this is not my purpose. I really need to be doing something creative and just being creative every day. That's who I am as a person. And and so I quit my job and I came to Australia and wasn't really thinking about my passions or what I wanted to do at that point. It was just more so travel mode. But pretty much the moment I moved to Melbourne, it was just like creative downloads just flooding in me pretty much, just from all angles. And, from pretty much the moment I got here, I was like, I want to work in the music industry. So that actually started off with me just calling so many different recording studios around Melbourne to see if they had any sort of assistant jobs and whatnot, or any sort of like studio manager roles, just to get my foot in the door.
Yeah. Rest of the life.
Yeah. And then pretty much, I actually, about a month or two later, was able to land an artist management internship, which was really cool. And then that kind of dove into doing my own freelance services. And that was basically helping other artists and all the post-production stuff. And as much as I love it, I still felt like something was missing. And around that time, I started going to a lot more techno events and raves and whatnot around here in Melbourne. And I was like, there's something in me that's pulling me towards DJing and just playing around with it and seeing where that goes. And so I did a class at School of Synthesis, actually, in Prawn. It's such a great DJ school.
Amazing.
Had the best time, and I learned so much about EQing and keeping the energy flow and progression through a journey. And I always knew that I wanted to produce, but I wanted to wait till I was really aligned to it because my focus at the time wasn't DJing. But as I started getting gigs and just allowing that to take place, that just pretty much pushed me into production more. And now I absolutely love doing it because, I feel like I really get to create the songs that I just don't hear that much on the dance floor. And and I guess create my own original style that I can contribute to the scene. So it's great.
Amazing, and this is a very good place for being, actually, for making music and for getting to it art, actually.
It's so good, I feel like no matter what type of creativity you're into, whether it's music or drawing or painting, whatever it is, it's like there's such a supportive scene for each here. And if you just put that out there, you find that your community back as well. And and it's such an inspiring city. I mean, as much as I love living in little beach towns or whatnot, I can't leave here. Or I can't leave this place. I love it.
Yeah, me too. Actually.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good. I love when you start make music or playing, actually DJing too, because you're working actually with vibrations, because everything is vibration, our heart beating, so we have this kind of
absolutely
vibrations. So when you DJ or make music and you see all the people there, you actually play vibrations and emotions.
Absolutely.
It's like when you put sad music, you touch that part. So in the dance floor or in the parties, you can flow with the emotions too.
Absolutely, and it's really just remembering how to take people on that journey as well. So even if it's like, whether it's through a set of yours or an original piece that you're composing, you know, you can start it off like, you know, quite intense and, you know, amplifying those dance floor movements. But then, you know, in the breakdown, you could kind of switch the mood a little bit into
Breathe.
something, into something a little bit more somber, or just something that really tells what the song is actually about or what it means, and then bring it back up, and then everyone who's on the dance floor listening to it, taking it in, can just perceive it in their own way and take that home with them as well. And just music in all shapes is just so healing, and it's cool how you get to hear a piece and kind of create your own story based on how you take in that song and how it registers through you, through your body and through your mind. So
I love this kind of things.
Me
Actually,
too. Yes.
Like get involved or the beat part of this actually too.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Absolutely.
When you start when you make your production, how do you start? Do you have like some trick, or do you use because I don't know. Every day is different, right? So any song is different too. Maybe you start one song with the bass line, or the other maybe the next song with the drums. I don't know. Are we maybe fluent or not? But obviously all depend on you, right? So how do you start like up one production song?
Yeah, it's such a good question. So I think for me, the melody is what really comes out first. It's funny because when I first started DJing, when I first started listening to techno, like I love hypnotic techno, that's just always been my thing. But then when I started producing, I noticed I was making really melodic stuff. That's just what was coming out of me. I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is maybe what I'm more geared towards now. And so when I'm in the studio, it's the melody first, pretty much, I compose. And then I kind of just work all the other elements around that, because I feel like the melody is the main storytelling track to me. And then if I'm able to create a really nice punchy kick and bass combo with it, then that just amplifies it. But usually in the studio, if I'm starting a new piece, the first day I will kind of just spend a few hours just jamming out a little bit and just seeing what works. I try not to get too technical in the first session. I usually just like to use that as an ideas day. Just making melodies, trying out different variations, moving them an octave up, down, just kind of seeing how that flows and seeing how that feels with me. And that's gonna also really help me depict like what's the mood I'm trying to tell with the story, or what's the story of this track, like where do I want this to go? I just start thinking about all those questions later down the line, and that's just how it helps me get more in that creative flow rather than the technical flow. I'm just happy to just jam out, just try different combinations of things. And then pretty much once I find a really good main idea, which is like usually on a 8-bar loop, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is like the main story of the track, then that's when I really start doing the technical stuff. So I'll work on the arrangement and base it around the loop that I did. And then, as I go on, just making sure like everything's sounding good and in flow with the kick and the bass. Usually things like incidental effects like sweeps and whatnot and percussion, sometimes I do add those bits towards the end a little bit more, because I kind of do just have an idea as to like where I want to place them and what they'll sound like, and it's not usually a priority for me to do them right away, because for me I think melody, kick and bass are like more of my stronger suits than that, so I'm happy to let those aspects wait till the end. But I would love to get to a point where I'm finishing a track in a week, but time. If I had more time, I'm sure it could be great, but I work a day job, so I can't do that. I wish. But usually I'm finishing a song within like 2 weeks or a month or so. But that's usually how a studio day goes for me. It's just the creative aspects first, kind of like what's coming through I feel like everyone has a higher self, where they allow the creativity to flow through. So like I do that, and then the technical stuff, I'm happy to finesse that after. So
it's amazing when when the people, the musicians, a producer finish one song. Because you can start a lot of songs,
Yeah.
but it's difficult to finish one. You
Yeah,
know? How
yeah.
do you know when the song is ready? Like, I don't want to touch anything else.
Yeah, like for me, I really base them on, am I going to play this on the dance floor? Do I feel good playing it? That's a priority for me. If I'm
Yeah.
DJing, I'm like, I want to play my songs out. And
This is a good thing for be producer too, because if you are
Yeah.
DJ, you can prove all your song
yeah, definitely.
before release. You know, you can see how the people react.
Definitely, absolutely. Yeah, that's a really big thing for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna play one of my tracks when I'm out, it really has to be the right
check.
moment. Yeah, it's got to be the right moment where I'm like, yeah, the crowd's really connected.
Yeah.
They're connected to my sound, because you want it to be like a really big moment if you're sharing it for the first time. But it definitely helps me learn a lot too. Like, you know, if I have a bit of a song that maybe drops a little bit of energy too much, then I can notice that from the crowd as well, and then I take that back in the studio too. I'm like, okay, maybe that's something I got to work on for my next piece or things like that. But yeah, I think it's great to play your tracks out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know what to say. Like, it's emotional. It's not the word. I forgot the word, but exciting. Yeah, I think it's exciting when you release, like when you prove your songs. I don't know.
Yes.
In the dance floor, in the gig. I think it's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
What is your plan for the future? In this world.
Yeah.
That's happening right now in this part of the history.
Yeah, in this part of history. Well, I feel like the best I can really do as a person in this human experience is just to contribute through my art and also take what I'm learning to help other artists as well. So, I mean, I love creating that journey for people on the dance floor and then making my own music, but I'm also starting, you know, my own freelance services as well to help other artists with the post-production stuff while also incorporating things like, you know, mindset and well-being and just like encouraging and empowering other artists to show up as their own unique, authentic self. Because I feel like quite often in the music industry, it can be really easy to become distracted by what every other single person is doing and feeling like, oh, we have to be doing this, or I should be here by now, or I should be like this person and things like that. And then we all really lose sight of our unique style of music, who we are, all those kind of things. And I would just love to keep encouraging other artists who, you know, want to start tapping into that side of themselves more, to know that it's completely fine to do so and it's okay to do so, and that you know, we're all our own unique individuals, and we've all got something really special to share through our art. And it's just about just trusting that, I think, and allowing that path to unfold the way it's meant to for the artist. So I feel like for me, in terms of like how I'm contributing to humanity and being a person, like those things are what really suits right with me, because I love music and I love techno and I love making music, but it's also about like, well, what am I learning in my own creative journey that I can use to help other people as well? Because it's this whole human experience is about what we can give to each other as well.
That time, actually, now you need actually make a lot of things at the same time, you know. Now you can be musicians too, but you need to take pictures, you need edit your videos, edit your reels, give your, I don't know, manage your Instagram, you know.
It's
too much work.
And I think it is, like, honestly, I feel like the motivation and the empowerment with it comes when we have more time, and it's just, you know, having the time and the energy as well after work, or you know, if people have kids or whatever it is.
They love, like, you need work every day, you know.
That's it. We need a world that encourages more time for creativity, it is tough, definitely. Very tough.
They say that time now's the new gold.
Yes.
So that's why thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. I
for,
appreciate it.
for being here
Yeah.
and for sharing your history, for opening your heart for us, for
Thank
sharing your
you.
history.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much for all the people who see these interviews, this episode. So follow us, YouTube, Instagram, all this kind of thing. It's so tiring, like every day.
Yes, all the things.
Follow. Just leave it.
Yeah.
Just leave it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah.
I'll see you
Bye.
in the next time. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Ouch.